They don't mean by improved pitching.
Tucker would be a Blue Jay. AAV.
Ozer and Tucker in the outfield.
Back a couple of times. Tucker not going. And here to left, and the Dodgers have an
and they had their way with Washington Nationals.
slugging percentage. Re-sidelining Betts. Muncy. And he fouls. 2. Got it.
Get back to playing their game of baseball because
Foul back. Votani a little bit of extra rest. Full count. And that's hot.
for the catcher.
Has been effective when he's been in there. Springer's 2-2 on Schneider.
Got in on Schneider just enough.
Times in 9 games. And in time as Guerrero hit it, but instead it's out number 2, and here's down and in. We're healthy. That's hot. Now 2, 3. One and 2. And the race is on, and it's 1 for the second for the Dodgers. The postseason. Oh, there's a sure.
Keep watching.
We got Chipper, but
She might not spin the ball as much.
Again, the 2-2. Injuries. On a time at second base.
Well, like
Have a ton of left-handed batters, including. I tell you what, a week back goes Varsho, and he's got it. And this year, Oakland the game, and one of the questions he had, and then he went on to say,
World Series didn't end in the blue
pitch, and the dugouts
stakes aren't as high. It's not October.
Max Scherzer, Josh Fleming is now up in the board. Very different read. Well, we don't know. Deep left center. Pages the cat. Omaha to Chicago. Much of his gear. It's in a pinch right now.
He won, change cutter and curve.
And we'll have to get a look from a couple of. And the 1-1. This is in. And 2/3 yesterday. Free. Third, infield in. 1 Dodgers. What's going on with these Blue Jays right now? Onto a roster, and I mean,
Presents new challenges. It's not.
Upstairs. Yeah. Hits it sharp. Freeland.
Nice season.
Long throw is on. Underway. Bunyer and Kazuma Okamoto.
I'm up and jammed him a bit.
It's 1, bottom 3. Form or another here. Very. Reyes Savage. Will that depth is being sorely tested for 1 and on to first.
Get something out of him today.
Kim, who squares to bunt and squares again.
Playing against Kim, but it just seems like an off. And
Ball 1.
Less than.
But both runners will advance. Checks. And Hill is rushing. Kim comes to third. In. Hooked
One of the best closers in the game, and then an out.
Ball 4. And once they got to Washington, 31. Of the major leagues. He got us, and the utility Gold Glove award.
A player in the big leagues. Adjusted maybe how many ground balls he's
suffering discomfort first, and then had that big lunge with its AAA affiliate, but was in AAA
after that first pretty well full season in the
Vince. Momentarily, but
he did something.
Kind of in a grounds out.
That is ideal if he can continue to go, whether tight game in these 6th and 7th inning.
Not the case when it happens on the road.
It's as though
rushing, allowing Miles Straw to reach. Pages. Ground ball.
Well, then you have to take the
inning. Again, the 1-2 pitch. He is called off by Straw.
And he said absolutely, just in case he gets a lot going on there in terms of location.
The 5th for the first out.
Los Angeles Dodgers like tomorrow night. So it's been talked about, but now a pretty good idea.
You know, the other aspect of this, as we have talked about far, this is their 10th game. Haven't done much with runners in scoring position. Game stretch in the middle of July. It's not as
scoring a ton of runs, and they kind of went through us getting into good counts, being good at what
the 3rd. 2-0. Handed, and what a good Shohei Ohtani would have a pretty good idea of what the Dodgers as 7-1. Okay. I'm okay. The velocity actually something after the game. A little.
Which he's taken to the baseball, or when he directed his hand downward.
Right now for the Dodgers.
Saw and heard about throughout the postseason.
Need a rest.
Getting ready for October.
Line. Where now you're over you.
And they've the bullpen. I guess they're winning some baseball games.
That is a souvenir. You don't want. The lead runner is going. The throws
are taking full advantage, and Tommy.
It's a 2-run double for Pages. Alex Freeland. A lot of the starch out of the crowd.
Not good, but it wasn't a big deal.
Kazuma Okamoto leads it to 5. Obviously, there's a run, but some of it was online, whatever that. The second, and Clement Ball being in center field. Now I know Andy,
whatever the case may be, and taking him out of the game, they're also thinking about themselves. You can be selfish. Question for Dave Roberts tomorrow.
Yeah. An early scouting report. Second. And two. A little frustrated, just kind of tossed his. Now Ohtani. That's in Houston. In Houston, so maybe Freeman. He's got an RBI double for Freeman.
That's the issue.
On at the moment, as
we need to find a way to get a couple of outs here.
Call is off the corner, and Ernie Clement goes out. All former Blue Jay aims to enhance your
leagues for Espinal.
But the Dodgers continue he did not. You will.
Tonight, at least one inning, and then
Blue Jays with Sanchez into the game. Last two games. His starting catcher, Will Smith.
Maybe Dave Roberts in the dugout will.
Here's Ohtani.
In there to honor that part of the plate.
Guerrero, who fires it on to Miles. Swinging him in. He does. The time already this year that Heineman there for strikes. Now back to the Lucas. I mean, again, the Blue Jays may
to do with this illness,
mixing it up a little bit more. And out is Miguel Rojas. Ninth inning to Miles Straw. That hit him. The bases loaded, nobody out. Next two games. You're facing a position player. And that's the.
Well, you have to wonder if
down the left field line.